All right, here we are.
What the fuck took you so long?
Dude, I've been busy, okay?
With what?
Do you think this is all an accident?
Well, looking
Sit
down.
down!
No.
Sit down!
Shut up.
Sit down! Hello everyone, my name is Nick, and welcome to the first episode of Bottom Gear. This is my co-host Ryan,
What's up?
and today we got one of the world's best variety shows lined up for you. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Has this ever happened to you? There you are, working on your car, and then boom, your car gains sentience and decides you don't get to have a good day anymore. Well, for a low price of only $9.95, chucking a fucking wrench is the product for you. For one payment of $9.95, your car will learn its place. Wire clip not coming off? Chuck a wrench. Rust getting your face? Chuck a wrench. Bolt decide to strip after you made a mistake? Chuck a fucking wrench. If you call now at 1-800-I-HAVE-REPRESSED anger issues, we will throw in cursing out inanimate objects for absolutely free. Call now. Inventory is limited. Chucking a fucking wrench is not responsible for any property damage, broken marriages, daddy issues developed from product use, or anger issues. Please use product responsibly. Must have dad's permission if under 18. If under 18, consider our other product punching a hole in the drywall.
All right, so far this week, California bill calls for tech to be made in new cars so that you are unable to speed.
Yeah, I saw that.
Why? What is the... Okay, here's the best part. There's also language in the bill that the device will be able to be disabled. So what is the point? What is the point?
I didn't see that part.
You're able to disable it.
Like, so wait, do you have to have like a mechanic disable it, or
No clue. It
hit
doesn't-
a button and then disable?
Well, remember, these are lawmakers, after all.
Yeah.
But I think the idea is that it will be similar to getting your car tuned. Like, if you go to Mercedes, you can get a factory tune, but it voids your warranty.
Yeah.
But it also says it may be able to be temporarily disabled by the driver. What circumstances? So do you want to stop speeding at all accounts, or what account would you?
I haven't actually heard anything about that. Like,
So that's what we got. So this passive speed limit, and it's going to be required. So like.
is it just gonna be? I'm guessing it's just gonna be required in California, nowhere else.
I would assume so, because it's a California bill. As with many state laws, I don't think this will affect the rest of us.
Yeah, hopefully. All right, and Mazda just announced the new 2024 Mazda MX-5, which looks pretty much the exact same as it did 10 years ago.
It's the same car.
Yeah. I mean, it still looks nice, but Jesus.
I mean, they took the Porsche approach where it's like, this 911 works. Let's
Don't
make
change
it
a
100
thing.
times. I mean, it's fine, I guess.
Turns out it's a little more expensive than it was last year at about $30,000, and it's going to have the same exact powertrain with 181 horsepower, which, I mean, they really couldn't have made it at least 200. I mean, with as much power cars make nowadays, everything makes around 300. So why the fuck does this not even make 200?
I don't get it. Like, why not? They need to just put a turbo in it.
Yeah.
Like an actual turbo, not.
Yeah. And the other crazy thing is if you want an automatic, which why the fuck would you want an automatic in an MX-5?
It's a Miata.
It's gonna cost extra. Like, I don't understand.
Why even offer it? Whatever.
Like, Jesus.
Well, speaking of Porsche, the new Macan EV was announced, which they're taking the BMW EV strategy, which I really like, because BMW's strategy is to make a gas-powered car that happens to be offered with an electric option, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because honestly, this looks like an actual car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It even has a grill and everything, but it really doesn't need
I mean,
one,
it doesn't need one, but I think in some sense, especially with like Teslas and things like that, these companies have never made cars. Like Polaris is kind of the exception.
Yeah.
But I really like seeing they're still putting gas-powered engines in these cars, which I think is simply fantastic.
Yeah.
Moving on, we are going to. I have curated a couple of cars for you to look at, and I have some specs on them, and I think that you'll find some of these very interesting.
All right.
So I was looking around. This is a 1981 Maserati bi-turbo. Very, very clever name. Do you want to guess what engine's in this?
I'm gonna guess maybe. Let's see, early.
It's called a
80s.
bi-turbo.
All right, I'm gonna guess a twin turbo, maybe 4-cylinder.
Nope, it's a 2.5 twin turbo V6. Guess how much power it makes?
I'm gonna guess 180, if that.
185, the exact same as the new 2024 MX-5. From reading about this car, this is probably the most woefully underpowered Maserati at the time. It was brutally unreliable.
As most of them are, but
Yeah, I mean, this is just, it doesn't even look that great. Like,
no,
if you squint, it looks like a Volvo 850 is what it
or
looks
like every Fiat of that time.
That's what it, yeah, you're right. The boxy Fiats of the era. Absolutely hideous car. Now, take a look at this bad boy. This is the 1975 Bristol 412. Now, this is a British car.
Okay.
Guess what engine is under that very long hood of it?
At maximum an inline six. At most.
This was powered by a Chrysler 383
What?
V8.
Are you shitting me?
I know. And they put in the most ugly British car I think I've ever seen. You know what it looks like?
I mean,
If you look at the bumper, it looks like those MGBs of the early 70s. Like, it looks exactly the same.
I mean, it's not the worst looking car out there, to be fair.
No.
From this picture though, it looks like it kind of goes and then the rear end, it just kind of.
It just stops.
It just,
So,
it
do
needs to be
you
longer.
see this outline right here?
Yeah.
Do you want to take a guess at what's in that outline?
I don't even.
It's the spare tire.
Really?
So because they cut off the trunk, they couldn't fit the spare tire anywhere into the car. So the genius British engineers were like, let's put it right there.
I just don't understand how is it fit in there? Like, is it?
I have no
sideways? Is
idea.
that
I think it,
angled?
no,
Like-
so it fits like that. But there weren't many good pictures I could find of it, but it's very
Yeah.
goofy looking.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that car manufacturer before.
There's a lot of British automakers that were just dissolved after the 80s. And
Yeah.
there's a good, if you're borrowing the Chrysler 383, oh, you are down on your luck. Now, moving right along, I, as you well know, am addicted to the internet, as I imagine most of us are. And this week, I found this.
What?
Now, this,
What the fuck?
this is just pure pornography right here.
Yeah.
This is the Bugatti Boyline, Bugatti's track only with the same W16 that they're famous for, was awarded the best looking car last year in October.
I mean, it does look like a Le Mans prototype almost.
It looks fantastic. The way, I love how the wing angles out
Yeah,
and it's connected with the center there. It is
I
just,
love how everything just kind of flows with each panel. It just looks amazing.
and if you look, they actually have Brembo brakes still, which is,
Yeah.
I mean, it works. It's just,
How big are those things? Holy shit.
I mean, they gotta be at least like this big.
God damn.
That is incredible. Moving along, so I was running out of ideas towards the end of the show. I mean, clearly here. So this, I went on Reddit and I looked at the top meme of this month of January 2024.
All right.
And this is the best they could come up with. Now, if you look, it has an imageflip.com watermark, so that's how you know it's quality. So obviously this guy just really hates SUVs and how they all look the same, which, I mean,
To
that's,
be fair.
come on, like, we know this.
Yeah.
We saw the Porsche from earlier. Yes, it's great. They're still offering it with a gas motor.
Yeah.
It still looks like a Honda. Like, it's still, they all look the same.
Yeah.
But if you look,
In this,
you can't even tell what company that is.
I know. That's,
He chose like this 480p picture.
did he screenshot it?
He must have like
10,000 times
screenshotted it
before.
a million times. I have no idea. No idea. But anyway, that is our show today. Stay tuned for next month. Hopefully, we'll have a third co-host. This week, unfortunately, his wife took the car.
Yeah, and then he was our backup. Our other one sadly died.
Yeah.
So
Catastrophic death.
yeah.
He came in. Apparently, he was high or something, and then he just fell over. Body's buried out back.
Yeah.
Maybe maybe for a clip next month we'll go dig up the body and see what we find.
Yeah.
Because we did bury it right where we pour all of our coolant and oil into the ground. So
that could be a new science experiment if you guys want to see.
if you guys are interested.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's our show. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next month.